Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Elizabeth. Um, so today I'm going to do a pick a card reading. The reading today that I've been guided to do is messages from your spirit guides about what blind spots you might have that are blocking you or keeping you feeling like stuck in a repeating pattern or cycle, and like messages from them on how to move through them. Yeah. So, before I did a little meditation to start, just to kind of get confirmation from Spirit about what I should be doing this reading on. Because I had several ideas, but that was the one that was coming through the loudest. So, but I'm gonna burn a little Palo Santo before we get into the pile choosing, and I have a singing bowl here for the heart chakra, to help. This is the frequency that helps to open and align the heart chakra. So, and get into your heart space. So if you want to do that with me, it's going to be short. Take a few deep breaths, and then we'll get to the pile choosing. Otherwise, I'll put the time stamps for the pile choosing in the description. So go ahead and while we're doing this, while I'm playing the singing bowl, also, when you're doing your intentional breaths, focus on your third eye so that it's easier for us, our intuitions to kind of merge, so that I can bring you the clearest message possible that you need to hear at this time. Alright, so since I got that lit, I'm going to set that here, and I'm going to take the singing bowl. We can start with, just do 3 long deep breaths. Count to 3 on the inhalation. Hold it for 2 counts. Exhale for 4. And do that 3 times, focusing on your third eye while I play the bowl. Okay. Okay, now we're ready to receive. Our intuition, heart is open, tuned into it. So let's get to the pile choosing. I had some cards picked out, but I'm being guided to use crystals, just crystals, so that's what I'm gonna do. So the first crystal, pile 1, is gonna be this really pretty citrine. See if I put it closer, if you can get it better. It's so pretty in person. I'm sad you won't be able to see all the different like facets and shades, but anyways, that is group 1. And for group 2, I have this clear quartz. It's actually kind of cloudy and rusty if you see it up close, but it's still, I love it. I still get drawn to hold it, and brings me a peaceful energy when I do. So. Okay, so that's going to be group 2. I'll hold them up at the same time for you guys. So we've got group 1 right here, the citrine, and then this clear quartz. Trying to make sure you guys got a good view of it. So if you guys need to pause the video and take a couple deep breaths on your own to decide, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm going to begin with group 1 with the citrine. I'm going to set this over here. Alright. I'm going to burn a little Palo Santo again, just because I'm a creature of habit. That's how I like to get things started. My spirit guides, ancestors, angels, connect me to group 1's guides, spiritual team, intuition, so that I can bring them the message that was meant for them today. That's going to be the most helpful message for them to hear. Okay. So I want to say citrine. I don't know if citrine is a sacral. I think it's sacral. But it could also be solar plexus. I think for sure I think it's sacral though. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. But I'm feeling like it's sacral. So I'm feeling like it has to do with some kind of issues in relationship to relationship patterns, and feeling safe within them. Or a feeling of safety and trust in yourself and your own choices. Maybe lots of judgment and shame. Around your sexual desires. And how that affects your self-concept, who you are as a person, and who people perceive you as. Okay, let's get some cards. Alright, Spirit, what blind spot or spots does group 1 need to become aware of in order to break out of old patterns, and what are these? Okay, first let's do, what are the patterns that you're trying to, or break out of, or that you feel stuck in and that keep coming up for you? Let's do that first. Let's get cards for that first. What does group 1 need to know about the patterns? That keep coming up that they can't seem to break out of. Four of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords reversed. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Bottom of the deck, you got the Tower reversed. I'm feeling like Yeah, the pattern that, the cycle you're stuck in, is not being able to walk away or move on from situations that are no longer serving you, for fear of having to rebuild. And then the Five of Swords reversed underneath. Not only would you be alone, but you feel like you wouldn't even have the resources needed emotional or like material resources to start again, to start over. And I feel like this is a cycle that keeps coming up. This is obviously, that's what the video is about. It can be in work and relationships. I feel like both, and they can be intertwined, or they can be at separate, different times. There are times maybe when you are in an unsatisfying relationship and an unsatisfying job, and you feel the need to leave both. But it takes the universe coming in and like everything breaking down and falling apart so massively that you're forced to, and you keep getting stuck in these situations, and you know you want to leave, but you don't want to go through that process. But like you've been through this before, that it's gonna have to happen. Or the universe is gonna do it for you in a big way, and it's gonna be just as not fun as if you were to walk away yourself. Yeah, you stay in. unsatisfying relationships. See how she's got this these in front of her, or they. I can't tell if it's I don't know why I'm assuming woman. I'm inclusive, so I just feel a feminine type energy, but they know what they're being given isn't what they desire and is not enough. Yet they block themselves off from being able to be aware of and therefore receive opportunities where they could potentially be fulfilled. Or be satisfied with what it is and how much it is they are given, or being given. Okay. What are the blind spots when it comes to group one's situation with being stuck in this pattern or cycle of staying when they want to or know they should leave? You got the Tower again, coming out, this time upright. Four of Wands reversed. Three of Wands reversed. Okay. Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, yeah. By staying in these situations when you know you need to move on, you're basically making yourself burn out. You're fighting you're causing your own misery. Wow, that's a harsh message. I'm sorry. I don't. You are the cause of the restlessness and the internal turmoil that you are feeling. And by avoiding this, that, you are keeping yourself stuck in a perpetual cycle of 4 of Wands reversed and 3 of Wands reversed, of never being able to get to that place of celebration and of peace and contentment and hope, but also I'm trying to think of what the 3 of Wands. You're keeping yourself from your own potential to build and create and to build and create and manifest the abundance that you feel like you don't have at this point and that you deserve and desire. So by not walking away and keeping yourself from this as a conscious decision, putting yourself through this, you're keeping yourself stuck in this energy of not growing and not being passionate about your life, which is what you desire. It's what we all desire, right? Okay. Alright, Spirit. Let me get another deck and see what it is about you guys' blind spots. What deck do I want? Let's get some more time. Alright, Spirit. What messages do you have for group number 1 about their blind spots when it comes to this and how to move forward out of it. What messages do they need right now? What are their blind spots on how to, when it comes to this cycle and how to overcome it? Okay, so Queen of Swords. Oh, a lot came out. Alright, 4 came out. I was going to take 3, but the Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we got 4 of Wands. See how 4 of Wands came out twice. Put these back around like they were. So I think your blind spot when it comes to why you always get stuck or feel stuck and like you can't move through or out of situations that you constantly end up miserable in but can't seem to leave. What you don't see about the situation is that if something feels off to you, like you are smart, and usually if you have a hunch about something, you're right about it. And you not speaking up for yourself or voicing standing up for yourself by speaking your truth and knowing that you're not stupid if somebody's trying to lie to you, or you don't have to play the fool in order to have this, like, in order to have the Four of Wands. Like, that's never going to get you what you want. That's always going to get you this energy, and it's always going to make you miserable. Trust your intellect and logic when it comes to things. That cause you to question a situation that you're in, or a person, or whatever. And speak up for yourself. In whatever situation, a relationship or a work situation. Because right underneath this, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So one of your blind spots is like that when you feel this way and you don't speak up for yourself, don't voice your boundaries, don't trust what your logic, rational mind is telling you about something or a situation, and instead choosing to be in that energy of mistrust or lack so that other people can feel comfortable, you're slowing down what's meant to be yours, which is true abundance. It's you and that. It's you're impeding it. And these things that are happening it is fate that you're going through all these cycles, because it's a lesson in learning how to stand up for yourself and trust yourself and be confident in being able to speak your truth and stand your ground, even when it might make others uncomfortable, or make you feel like you're wrong, or like you're the bad guy. Like, you have to get over this need to that you'll only be valuable and you'll only be successful and seen as worthy or be liked or get what you want if you're only agreeable. That doesn't mean you have to be disagreeable all the time or a bitch. It's a lesson in that just because you stand up for yourself doesn't mean you're a bitch. It doesn't mean you're a mean person. But by not doing this, by silencing your inner truth, by not speaking up and asserting your boundaries, you're settling. When you don't have to settle. Your blind spot when it comes to this is, another blind spot is that if there are consequences for you speaking up for yourself, or bringing to light an uncomfortable truth that needs to be said in one of your like close main environments or relationships, whether it be work, family, spousal, is that when you do trust your logic and rational reasoning if you're being lied to, which I feel like could be a possibility here, which is, I don't know. Anyways, you're gonna feel like you're scared that everybody's gonna be against you and you're gonna be left out in the cold, and you're maybe gonna feel ostracized or be made to feel wrong, and or like a bad person, and that's something maybe that you've carried with you throughout your whole life that you internalize and you don't want to feel. But I think what Spirit's saying to you is your blind spot when it comes to this is that you will be supported. That with this Four of Wands, you will be supported. There are people in your life that will be there for you if you need them. Yeah, you get the star underneath the Four of Wands. Yeah, they'll be like the star in the darkness. Like whenever you're going, like you, and that's another one of your blind spots. Is like you feel like you can't trust people, or you can't ask for help. That you have to do it alone. But Spirit's saying that like that's one of the lessons of this, is like that you're learning is the consequences of being your authentic self is not being abandoned like you fear. It's learning how to accept support from others. Alright, Spirit, is there anything else you want Group 1 to know about how to move out of this cycle? Or resources available to them for moving out of this cycle? Ace of Cups reversed. You get the Magician. Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor reversed. Yeah, give up trying to control the outcome of every situation. Regarding worrying about how you're seen because of the fact, or if and when you stand up for yourself or speak bring what you know to be true to the light and address it, even if there could be conflict. Give up trying to control how you speaking your truth or what you know to be true is going to be met by the way other people perceive you. Like, did that make sense what I just said? It was coming so fast that I'm like, yeah, give up trying to control the way other people perceive you when in instances when you feel the need to, like I said, stand up for yourself, speak what you know to be true, bring something to the light that needs to be said. You have to give up the fear of loss, of love, or that you're going to be abandoned or alone or unlovable. For asserting your own boundaries and speaking your truth and doing what is best for you. That the only way you can have this is by giving up yourself and what you're passionate about and your desires. And the Page of Pentacles here, it's a very slow moving energy. So you might have been in this pattern for a long time. Or the situation, a certain situation where this pattern keeps coming up and repeating for you, the opportunity to speak your truth, or stand up for yourself and you just don't do it, or ignoring your own boundaries, not walking away from something when you know you need to because of fear of abandonment or being alone. So you could be scared or feeling maybe like you're already in the tower even before you leave, and scared of how long when you do leave that this feeling is gonna stay or last. But only through that will you be able to transform these energies of lack and having no passion, or not being able to create your life from a place of passion. By going through this. By facing this fear of love being taken away from you, or you not feeling empty and abandoned. And lonely. But it's better to be lonely alone than lonely sitting next to someone that doesn't respect you and lies to you and that you don't truly know. So, from someone that's been there. But facing that fear of not being able to control how people perceive you when you stand in your power and your truth, and the threat of or fear of love being withheld from you, you're gonna come out with a sense of power, having power over your own life. It's gonna be a feeling like of knowing yourself and of realizing how capable you are of anything. And it's going to make it easier for you to walk away from things that aren't for you and towards things that are for you and that align with who you are and bring you into harmony into harmony within yourself and in your other relationships, to your other relationships. Alright, pile one. Once again, I tried to make it short, but that didn't work. This was kind of a heavy reading, so good luck to you. Believe me when I say I've been there. And I believe in you. You know, you're not alone. I'm being guided to say, you know, your spirits, your angels, your guides, like, they are all surrounding you, giving you strength, the strength you need to push forward and do whatever it is you feel like you need to do to better your situation for yourself. Yeah. But the Page of Pentacles, resources will be provided to you. You will be taken care of. Even while you're going through this Tower moment, you're gonna be okay. Maybe getting out of the Tower moment might take some time, but you're resources will be provided in the form of, the universe will provide ways for you to be supported financially. So thank you so much, Pile 1. I really hope you got something out of it. I hope it resonated. If you stuck with me through this whole reading, thank you so much. And if you've watched any of my other readings, thank you. I'm trying to get better about condensing them, but there's just so much to say sometimes. I just feel like I'm just being, there's just so much information trying to come through me, and I don't know if it makes sense all the time, and I do my best trying to get it all out in a coherent and understandable, clear manner so you guys get the message that you need. But thank you so much. I won't keep you any longer. It was a pleasure reading your cards. Good luck to you. You're strong and smart and capable, and you got the universe supporting you. So with that, I'm going to leave you. I hope you have a beautiful, peaceful, hopeful rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time it is. Thank you again. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this clear quartz crystal, there's kind of a good view of it. Then this is going to be your reading. I'm going to go ahead. I did light some after reading one, but I just want to go ahead and do it on camera for you guys. Maybe if you want to take some deep breaths again to connect to your third eye, tune into your intuition, ask your guides to bring through whatever messages it is that you need to hear today. Alright, so just let that burn. Alright, so you guys pick the clear quartz. I think clear quartz is crown chakra, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. If I am, correct me. But I believe it is. So you could be someone that is very connected with the spiritual realm. Maybe someone who has out-of-body experiences or lucid dreams a lot. Maybe someone, definitely an empath. Maybe you're a channeler, a medium, in touch with whatever psychic abilities you may have, but I definitely believe that you're very connected to the unseen. And you have extra. I definitely think you're like some type of medium or something. But maybe since the theme today is your blind spots and cycles that you're stuck in, maybe it has something to do with with not being able to control or shield yourself from either psychic attacks or other people's taking on other people's emotions and not knowing how to shield yourself from that, and it taking a toll on you, and you getting stuck in cycles of maybe being sick or ill or anxiety, in public places. I don't know. Group ones did have something to do. They had citrine with their feelings of safety, but it was a lot more than that. So that's just the start. We're gonna get into your tarot now, and we're first gonna see what pattern or cycle are you stuck in that keeps repeating and you don't know how to get out of. Okay, I'm being drawn to this deck. I never use this deck, so we'll see. Not that I don't like it, I'm rarely ever drawn to use it. I don't know why. I love it. Alright. Spirit, what does group 2, what are group 2's, what is group 2's pattern or cycles that they can't seem to move out of? You've got 3 of Pentacles, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Wow, 2 major arcanas right out of the gate. Okay. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Cups. So, with the 3 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I almost feel like the cycle you're stuck in is continuing not to choose something for yourself, or whenever, I don't know, this is confusing, this is very chaotic. I'm feeling very, yeah, I'm feeling chaotic. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to keep that here because I think it's significant, but I want to go ahead and get more cards because I'm just feeling like I need some more information about the cycle, like the what it is that you're trying to get out of. Six of Cups. Yeah. 6 of Cups reversed. The Empress. 3 of Wands reversed. I might get one more. Three of Swords. And then Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Alright. Yeah, okay. So what initially was trying to come through to me makes more sense now, and I understand. Your constantly starting and ending things. Your cycle is that you don't follow through and finish what you start. Maybe you lose passion. You lose interest. You get discouraged. Like, the reason you end it is because you get discouraged that it's not what's meant for you. And so you end it. So it's a confusion of, what is my destiny? What am I meant to do? And why doesn't anything, it's like a feeling of nothing being worth your time. You not having enough passion for anything that's beautiful, or you value enough to spend your time on it, and to follow it through to completion, to put all your effort, body, mind, and spirit into it. And that's very that leaves you feeling empty and heartbroken and in your head a lot, and almost a feeling of like nostalgic for something that never was. I don't know how to describe this feeling. It's a cycle of, so the Six of Cups is a card of like looking back on memories or like daydreaming about what could be, and I feel like with it reversed, I just feel like I feel like you're being very you are kind of berating your inner child for not, when you judge yourself for not knowing, and that's also causing this heartache, or for not like having enough passion to build something for yourself that you put your heart and soul into, that you don't care enough about, that it's your, that voice that you're in your head of like, judging yourself for not being able to figure out or sticking with anything, or having a passion. That voice is it's the voice of your inner child. It's the voice that your inner child also grew up with. Like it stemmed from childhood. Like maybe you've had this feeling throughout your whole life that you just don't feel like anything is meant for you. And it's not that you don't have any passion for anything, or find beauty in art, or nature, or music, or different things. You just don't have enough passion for something to dedicate yourself to. Completely. And it could be because this, your inner child just, it's that part of you that doesn't feel good enough, that feels kind of like, why even try? But you do keep trying. You do. You want to find that thing, whatever it is, to pour your passion and to pour passion and love into. And you know, she's looking for something. She's got her angel wings, and she has her cup of water, and she's looking for someone or something to offer it to. Or to build on it, or but she can't find anything. Like, there's nothing in sight, and she's got a full cup, you know, that she wants to give, but there's nothing to give it to or to pour it into. And that could be what I said about the crown chakra. You could have always had such an open crown chakra and been so psychically connected and prone to like entropy and attuning with everyone else's needs and feelings, because that's what you needed to do to survive. Is because maybe you had like an unpredictable household, I don't know, but that was like, it was an unconscious coping mechanism. And so maybe now it's a feeling of like not knowing who you are, or never, and that comes from, you know, childhood, like not feeling individuated or like anything is for you. Well, this Eight of Wands on this card, it's Eight of Wands is a positive card. Usually it's a card of fast moving action, going in, knowing what you want, and going for it, putting your energy, all your energy into it. On this card, the picture is like a spiral, where, you know, the guy and the, I think it's a lion. I don't know, some kind of like animal with him. Maybe it is lion, because wands are fire. I don't know. We're going to say lion. But he's at the top of this. So he gets to where he finds his passion and where he wants to direct all of his wands of passion, all of his energy. That has been building inside of him and been built up, but it's like he had to go through this darkness of not knowing where or what to direct it towards, and not having enough. And so there's through that, it's like it just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds until eventually he gets to the top, when he realizes what it is he wants to direct it towards. And then he's got all this energy behind him to just push it forward and make it happen. Wow, that is a heavy message, you guys. Alright, we're going to get some more cards on the blind spots. Messages from your spirit guides about the blind spots you are unaware of. And need to become aware of in order to move out of the situation. There we go. We got it out. What deck do I want? This one. Maybe you guys like cats, because I rarely use this deck as well. Not because I don't love it. I do love it. I don't know. I feel like it's more of a themed deck, like Halloween deck. I used it the other day though, so it's fun. It's a fun one. I'm a cat person. Like I said, rarely drawn to this deck, so maybe you're a cat person. Alright, spirit guides. What does my group 2 need to know about, or what blind spots do they need to become aware of in order to move out of this cycle, this very frustrating cycle that they're in? Okay. I got 4 of Cups. The Hanged Man reversed. King of Wands reversed. 9 of Wands. I'm just going to get that for now. And then bottom of the deck is the Empress. Okay. So, your blind spot when it comes to this, your cycle, that you feel stuck in, is your own self-concept and not looking at things creatively enough. Blocking and preventing you from seeing opportunities or anything that will help bring you to a place where you feel like you are living from your heart authentically. And your body, mind, soul are in balance and in alignment, and you are a vessel for source to create through you. I think you're judging yourself too much and looking at yourself as smaller or more or incapable, smaller than what you really are, or incapable, and you're just kind of settling and going through the motions. Instead of changing your perspective. Like you're seeing yourself through this lens of what you grew up being taught, how you were taught to see yourself, you know, through society, through, you know, different interactions with family, through interactions at school, whatever. You're you're still identifying yourself and seeing yourself, or feeling as though you are that child, like living that experience. And what you were taught to believe was possible for you then has just been a program running that it's just embedded itself into your consciousness as that's just the way things are. But that's not the way things have to be. And I think another one of your blind spots is not being able to sacrifice the uncertainty of whether or not something is gonna work out, or not being able to sacrifice other possibilities or outcomes that choosing something to spend your energy in and then it not fulfilling you, and then wishing you had done something else. So you're unwilling to sacrifice the possibilities of dreaming of what could be, instead of choosing something, instead of there being an end to that uncertainty, choosing an end to that uncertainty. King of Wands reversed, and Nine of Wands. Yeah, your blind spot, one of your blind spots when it comes to this is that you're giving your power away, instead of, and expecting something to just fall in your lap, or you just giving your power away to letting the universe choose for you, or expecting your power to come from knowing that something is meant for you and gonna work out and is destined. Another blind spot, this Nine of Wands underneath this Six of Cups reversed, is definitely the inner child. Working on those patterns of what you learned was possible, and now what you believe is possible today for yourself. And when that voices of those voices come up, you know, that make you feel like this, the Three of Swords, you know, just because you feel like you'll never be passionate about something to create. You'll never be able to create a life of passion and the beauty that you want. Realize that your inner child's insecurities of coming up and questioning that and being aware of that and conscious of that it's not true. What you're telling yourself, that this is a story running. It's a program running that's just been running for so long, it's embedded inside you and caused you to not feel good enough. And that's what your inner child feels, and stemmed from how you were made to feel as a child somehow, through different means, like society. I mean, you felt that way as a child, like not good enough, like you didn't have enough to offer maybe, and that's the blind spot that's a blind spot that's keeping you from moving out of the cycle, is that that part of you needs relief from that. You need to give that part of you relief from that by being its comforter and its nurturer. You know, the Empress is like Mother Earth. She's, you know, beauty and love and comfort. Give that to yourself, your inner child. Yeah, and then underneath you've got the Nine of Cups here, which is, you know, look, I love this one because it's like he doesn't have enough cups to carry. Like, there's so much there's going to be an abundance of feeling that emotional comfort and fulfillment that contentment. Yeah. So, alright, let's get, I'm going to leave these here. Let's get a couple more cards and see if they have spirit guides. What advice do you have for my group 2s about moving through this energy, moving through their blind spots to break this cycle that they're in? Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. Let's get another one. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, you got the Ace of Cups. Again, feeling full in yourself, like you have something to offer someone else and you're worth it being given back to you. So what advice do the spirit guides, does spirit have for you guys to move through this energy and break this cycle? If you don't make time for the things that you value and bring beauty and add love and joy to your life, you will always feel a sense of lack. What is this Knight of Wands? Knight of Swords saying to me? Oh, you will always feel a sense of lack, and you'll always feel out of touch or misunderstood. When you try and communicate your needs, because you'll be not in alignment with yourself and what you want to create for yourself. So you're by not doing that work, by not doing these things, becoming aware of your inner child and those issues, speaking to that, giving yourself, being gentle with yourself and giving yourself a sense of relief, knowing that it's just these stories talking. If you don't make time for beauty in your life and things you value, you're never going to line up with people that you feel like understand you. But when you do all that, you come into this High Priestess energy, which of knowing who you are. You've been to the depths of despair, and it's been a cycle and of learning about yourself and healing and learning that you're worthy of everything you desire, that you deserve happiness. And not only that, like, look how serene she is. Like, you come into this place of being able to just be at peace with what is. Just sit and be in the moment without worrying about what you need to be, or being productive, or berating yourself for not spending time trying to get better at something or do something, and then berating yourself for not being good at anything. That shame spiral that we can go into. You're gonna come into that energy, and it's gonna transmute this feeling of just constant heartache and judging yourself over and over and hurting yourself with the way you speak to yourself. And you're gonna be in alignment with your intuition, And you're going to be able to trust that. And trust that everything's going to be okay. And you're more than what the world considers as successful. You're more than what you do for a living. You're more than the amount of money you make. You're more than how many things you achieve or are good at or noticed for. Yeah, that's not going to matter to you as much anymore. And you're going to have a full cup. You're going to feel, it's going to bring you contentment and like you have something to offer. And that you're deserving of love as well, just by being who you are, just by being a human, not having to do anything. And underneath that, underneath this Ace of Cups is the Ace of Swords. That was on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so yeah, you're going to be able to speak, stand in your truth more firmly, know who you are, and be able to speak that and live that and communicate that. You maybe, and like offer wisdom to others about how to get to that place within themselves. Yeah. Alright, pile 2, I think that is all the messages I have for you today. Both these piles were pretty heavy. I believe in you. It's a tough place to be. I've been there. It's hard to get out of that loop when you're in it. And to not identify with it, to not take it on as your identity, because you've been conditioned and programmed to do that for so long. Like it's hard. It's hard to not to become conscious that it's a story and it's not true, but to stop identifying with it is hard. So, but you have all the tools you need. You've got the Empress, you've got the High Priestess here. You are that energy. The more you connect with your intuition and give yourself time to spend time doing what is valuable to you, or what brings you beauty, or connects you to yourself and nature, that's going to help you know, with getting this relief from this inner child story continuing to run and keeping you in this space of stagnancy. Stagnancy, is that a word? I don't know. Stagnation, keeping you in this place of stagnation. Pile 2, thank you so much if you stuck with me. I hope at the very least it brought you a little clarity and hope. And wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. And I hope you'll join me next time.